Reality as we know it might be nothing more than a projection of consciousness, and quantum physics is starting to prove it. The deeper we look into the nature of reality, the more it seems like ancient mystics were right all along.
That's such a mind-bending concept to start with. How did scientists even begin to discover something this profound?
Well, it all started with the famous double-slit experiment. When scientists observed particles passing through two slits, something impossible happened. The mere act of observation changed how the particles behaved.
So you're saying that just by looking at something, we actually change its fundamental nature?
Exactly right. And here's where it gets really interesting. John Wheeler, one of the pioneers of quantum physics, proposed what he called the participatory universe theory. He suggested that consciousness isn't just observing reality, it's actively creating it.
That reminds me of those moments when reality feels almost dreamlike. Are you saying there's actually science behind that sensation?
There is, and it goes even deeper. Max Planck, the father of quantum theory, stated something remarkable. I regard consciousness as fundamental. I regard matter as derivative from consciousness. This wasn't just philosophical speculation, it came from mathematical observations.
That's completely different from what we learned in school about matter being the foundation of everything.
You know what's fascinating? Ancient wisdom traditions have been saying this for thousands of years. The Vedantic tradition in India described consciousness as the fundamental reality they called Brahman. And now quantum physics is essentially confirming their insights.
Well, that makes me wonder, if consciousness creates reality, why can't we just think ourselves into different circumstances?
That's where the concept of consensus reality comes in. It's like we're all contributing to a shared dream, but no single dreamer has complete control. The physicist Eugene Wigner suggested that when multiple conscious observers interact, they create a kind of negotiated reality.
Tell me more about how this affects our understanding of time and space.
So here's something mind-blowing. Quantum entanglement shows that particles can maintain instantaneous connections regardless of distance. Einstein called it spooky action at a distance. This suggests that space itself might be an illusion created by consciousness.
That's absolutely fascinating. And honestly, a bit terrifying. What are the implications for our everyday lives?
Well, consider the placebo effect. If consciousness creates reality, then the placebo effect isn't just mind over matter. It's direct evidence of consciousness shaping physical reality. And the research shows the effect is actually getting stronger over time.
So our beliefs aren't just affecting our perception, they're literally shaping the physical world?
Exactly. And this has huge implications for fields like medicine and psychology. When we change our thoughts or beliefs, we're not just changing our minds, we're actually participating in reality engineering at a fundamental level.
How does this connect to things like meditation and mindfulness practices?
These practices might be far more powerful than we realized. They're not just calming our minds, they're actually tools for conscious reality creation. Studies have shown that group meditation can affect crime rates and other social phenomena in measurable ways.
That's quite a responsibility to consider, that our thoughts are literally shaping the world around us.
And here's where recent research gets really interesting. Scientists are finding evidence of what they call quantum coherence in biological systems. This suggests that quantum effects and therefore consciousness effects might be operating at every level of reality, from atoms to cells to entire organisms.
So, what do you think this means for the future of science and our understanding of reality?
I think we're at the beginning of a major paradigm shift. As our tools for studying consciousness improve, we are likely to find that reality is even more mind-like than we currently suspect. Some physicists are already suggesting that time itself might be an emergent property of consciousness.
That's both exciting and somewhat unsettling to consider.
You know what's really fascinating? This understanding might help explain phenomena that science has struggled to account for. Things like near-death experiences, the sense of interconnectedness people report in deep meditation, even the way intention seems to affect quantum measurements.
How should people approach this knowledge in their daily lives?
I think it starts with recognizing that our thoughts and beliefs aren't just private mental events, they're actual forces shaping reality. This means we have both more power and more responsibility than we've realized.
That's quite a paradigm shift to process.
Indeed, and it brings us to a profound conclusion. We are not just passive observers in a pre-existing universe. We are active participants in an ongoing creation, moment by moment, thought by thought. The universe isn't just something we're in, it's something we're creating together.